What's up, Blazies? It's Casey Ariel, founder of Blaze Group and your host of Blaze Group Radio. I will be talking about the intersections of Black womanhood, entrepreneurship, news on the culture, and healing as we climb. I launched Blaze Group after spending a decade in corporate America structuring multi-billion-dollar loans for large tech firms, but never once working on a deal team with another Black woman. I left to take world-class knowledge to the streets. Blaze means building leaders and accepting zero excuses, and we go beyond the bare minimum. More than solutions, we create lifelines that help Black women become as limitless as they feel. Snuggle up to this episode. May it feel as safe and nourishing as Big Mama's house did. What's up, Blazies? It is Wednesday, January the 3rd, and I'm feeling so grateful this morning. Yesterday, while on IG Live, Mecca joined me and let me know that she loves the podcast and that yesterday's episode resonated so deeply that it made her cry. Completely spontaneous. No one even knew I was going to go live. But those are the moments. Those are the intersections that matter the most for the work that we do here at Blaze. Real impact. Right? Helping you to stay in the game because you've started the business. So thank you for listening. Today I want to touch on some hiring mistakes that many of us make, right? But hopefully, me telling you these can help to soften any falls that you may have. It may help you to pick up on mistakes you're making a lot quicker, right? Because mistakes are okay, right? That's how we get the reps and the intuition. And these things should help you sustain and grow your business, okay? So number one, a term that many of my mentors and even companies, larger companies that I consult say is hire slow, fire fast. Hire slow, fire fast. And in 2023, I probably made about 4 or 5 hires, okay? And I had 4 people that exited the company, right? And so this rule of thumb definitely came to a head for me, in that you want to be very, very careful, okay, about how you spend your money, because the cash is the lifeline of the business, right? If you run out of cash, you run out of time, right? And we need time to learn our audience, time to perfect our craft, time to innovate as external factors change and consumer preferences change, right? And if you are hiring too quickly, right, and bleeding out cash, hemorrhaging cash even, right, too quickly, in ways that are not generating you more money, right, in ways that is not bringing in a skill set that you are missing inside of your company, right, in ways that are paying people with money that you do not have to learn all of the things that they need to learn to help your business, it's not a good idea. Okay, because you will burn through cash, which means you burn through time, right? And it is harder to stay in the game. So hire slow, be very methodical, have several conversations, make sure that you are hiring for the skills that you need. And I'll touch on that in a minute again. But fire fast. And the fire fast piece is something that, quite frankly, I have to work on and will work on, right? And we'll get better at. In my case, right, folks, saw changes or saw gaps, right, in things that were needed inside the company, expected inside the company that they could not meet, right? Didn't have the capacity to meet, didn't have the desire to meet, right? And they tapped out, right? And thankfully for me, it was at a time where, though I'd, spent a lot of cash that I needed to continue sustaining the business, they tapped out gracefully and beautifully in a way that it allowed me to stop some of the bleeding, right? And just put my hands to things that could keep us afloat, generate more cash, be more agile, etc. Right? But you should fire fast, right? And when I'm consulting clients, right, I am definitely putting people on performance review plans, right, or performance improvement plans, rather, when they're not executing at the level that is required for the job, right? But in my case, which I'll get to as well, I was hiring people, not skills, right? I love this person so much. I care about this person so much. We've been friends for so long, and so it was harder for me to do this. Whereas when I'm consulting people and I'm hiring their teams and I'm firing people on their teams, right? There is less emotion in it, and it's more like, this job does not fit, right? Like you're not meeting what is expected, and so let's put you somewhere else that makes more sense for you. It's harder for me to do inside of my own business. So hire slow, fire fast, right? And that is something that I'm actively being a lot more conscious about, especially as I work to have a very lean operational budget. I'm having several conversations with folks that I want to be, data scientists inside of the company, that I want to bring in tech acumen, because that's a skill set that is very important to complement the skills that I already have, but I'm not a master in, right? So hire slow, fire fast. Number 2 is hire for skills, not people. I've alluded to this some, but you want to have a job description for the talent you need inside of your business. That is on you. That is not on your cousin. That is not on your VA. Okay? That is not on your boo. If you don't even know the skill sets that you need for the job you're hiring for, then the other person definitely has no idea whether they can kill it when they come in. You need to identify what are the tools they need to know how to use, right? What is the mastery level that they need to have in those tools? What are the experiences they need to come inside of your company already having? Write that stuff down. Put it in the job requisition, right? And I'm not fussing. These are the mistakes that I made in 2023. So I was hiring people. Oh, you are brilliant. You are amazing. I know you very well. You have so much potential. The sky is the limit, right? And I was hiring for that, right? And then when the ability, right, to self-manage and self-execute and even lead things, right, ideate things, structure, execute with minimal oversight, all of these things, right? When those things didn't happen, that was on me, right? Because I was hiring for skills. I was hiring people. Okay, so that's number 2. 2 more. Number 3 is break your dreams down into projects. As the founder, you know where you want to be in 10 years. Many of you actually know where you want to be in 20 years. And you understand, right, that things need to happen to get there in a certain order, right? So when you're talking to your team, you cannot give them the 20-year vision and say, go work on that. No. You must break your dreams down into projects with time bounds and say, hey, over the next month, I need this piece to happen, right? You can tell them where it's going, but that should not show up as a task, right? Give them specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound projects that they work on that is very clear, and so that they are not overwhelmed and stagnant, okay, and paralyzed by the enormity of what you're talking about, because it's likely vague to them. Okay? And then lastly, be clear on what you need, but flexible with the how, right? So for a long time, for instance, I was saying, I need a chief technology officer. I need a chief technology officer. I need a chief technology officer. That was a how. right? When really what I needed was technical acumen around computer programming, period, right? And then when I say that and open myself up to the how, however it might show up, oh my goodness, I have a wealth of options, right? It could be an intern. It could be a person. I've come across a lot of people who have actually reached out to me offshore, right? With much competitive rates and pricing. I could take a 100-day Python course myself, right? And learn it myself to build the early stage of whatever, right? And so now I'm on a journey. Actually, me and my pops are taking a 100-day Python Pro boot camp. 100 days. We're on day 4 now, right? Or day 3 rather. We're on day 3 now. My pops is ahead of me, so he's legit on like day 4 or 5. To literally master coding, and he has a degree in computer science, right? So be clear on the what, but be open and flexible on the how, so that you do not miss opportunities that come in. You will see them when they arise, because you are clear about the what and you're flexible on the how. All right, I love you all. I hope this was helpful. Have a beautiful day, and I'll catch y'all next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to Blaze Group Radio. Remember, you have not yet met all of the people in your life who are going to love you, so keep going. Download the Blaze Group app for day-to-day support on your entrepreneurial journey. Until next time.